So a very warm welcome to the second of our lunchtime learning series of lectures for our CIM marketing courses. Today's lecture is a marketing course right for me? Introducing CIM, and it's being delivered by Dr. Emma Edwards, who is a senior lecturer in the University of Wolverhampton's Business School, and she is course leader for the CIM courses. My name is Paula Harrison, and I'm the coordinator at University Centre Telford, which is one of 3 regional learning centres of the University of Wolverhampton. As well as Emma today, I'm also joined by my colleague Trevor Humphreys, who is coordinator of our Stafford Centre, which is another regional learning centre. So just before I introduce Emma formally and hand over to her, I just wanted to explain that there will be an opportunity to ask questions both throughout the lecture and also at the end of the lecture, and that's via the Q&A button. So if you're using a laptop or a desktop, the icon is on the bottom of your screen in the middle, and if you're using a mobile, it will be in the top right-hand corner. So as I said, we're delighted to welcome everybody today and delighted to welcome Emma. Emma is a senior lecturer in the business school, and as I've said, a course leader for the CIM courses. She teaches on a range of undergraduate and postgraduate programmes and is a fellow of the Higher Education Academy. Prior to joining academia, Emma worked in PR and communications in both the public and private sector. So we welcome Emma today. Thank you very much, Emma. So before I hand back to Emma, just to explain our role, myself and Trevor, and our centres, just to give you a little bit of background. So as well as offering the qualifications at our city campus, Emma's team also offer the CIM qualifications at Telford and at Stafford. So this slide is from the University Centre in Telford, and we're on the 3rd floor of the South Water building, for those of you who know Telford. So we have a CIPD offer, which is a level 7 postgraduate diploma in HR management. And today we'll be talking about the Chartered Institute of Marketing courses, both the certificate and the diploma. And we also run some teaching courses, post-compulsory education for those who want to teach in the adult learning sector, and a BA top-up in special educational needs. And we also host courses from our partners at Telford College and Telford and Wrekin Council, which is Learn Telford. We are an advice and guidance hub, so we offer bespoke IAG to people who come in or ring or email us, and that is, as I say, tailored IAG to suit their needs. We offer a public lecture programme which has moved online since the pandemic started in March, and that's very successful and has included taster lectures for the HR management and for the marketing courses. We run business support, and we also continually assess and define local demand with current market building activity, so that we constantly expand our course offer and keep it up to date for local stakeholders. So I'll hand you over now to Trevor for his slide.
Hello. Yeah, just very quickly from me. So as Paula mentioned, we're one of the other regional learning centres. So we're based in Stafford Town Centre, as the picture says, can show right across from the main library. So again, we focus on public lectures, workshops. We have our adult leisure courses, so photography, languages, creative writing, things like that. And then we also have our professional course in our undergrad and postgrad CPD offer. And I say the CIM qualification will fit in as one of them. That is one of our professional courses, which will be offered hopefully depending on what the situation is at the time, whether it be based internally in the centre or online or a mixture of both, but very nice and easy and simple to get to, and great to fit around any current commitments that you've got really. So yeah, it's great to be able to offer these courses, and hopefully you'll join us on one in the future. Thank you.
Okay, so Welcome everyone. As I've already been introduced, I won't spend too long on this slide. I look after the CIM courses, and I've put my email here for anyone who wants to ask any questions after this event. I'm sure you'll think of things afterwards that you wish you would have asked, so please feel free to email me. If I can just ask you to remember the C in between the E and the Edwards, because there are several Emma Edwards at the university. So just to make sure that it comes through to me. And our other contact is Pushpa. She looks after all the administrative details around the course. So Pushpa can also help and answer questions that you have. So what I'm going to do in this session is just talk to you about the CIM courses that we offer. And the reason why we wanted to do something at this point is also because we have some new courses that we're introducing from January. So I'm going to go through the detail of all of these courses, and we'll look at if you were interested in joining, what would be required and what the commitment would be, because I think, you know, that's important so that you have a good understanding of how it will fit in. I've also got a couple of videos and a bit more information from the Chartered Institute of Marketing, because obviously we work very, very closely with them to deliver our courses. So we have at the moment the certificate and the diploma. So from January, we're going to be offering two new programs, a new certificate and a new diploma, and the difference is that they are digital programs. So you would have that digital element in the title of your program if you decided to enroll on one of these. But as you will see as we move through, it's actually very easy to get both qualifications, so the certificates in professional marketing and professional digital marketing, because there is just one or two differences in terms of the modules that you would have to complete. So we'll come on to that in a little while. So I've got here the structure for both certificate programs. So hopefully you can see this, and this is fairly self-explanatory. So there are certain modules that you have to do in order to get the overall certificate. So the first three modules you can see at the top are the modules that you would need to take in order to get the certificate in professional marketing. And what I've also done on this diagram is just indicated how that module, how each module will be assessed, because again, I know that people often, particularly if you haven't been in education for a while, some people get very nervous about exams, for example. So as you can see, the only module that is assessed by an exam on the certificates, on both certificate programs, is the applied marketing module. It is a mandatory module, so you would have to take that module. It's a multiple choice exam, and we have a very high success rate on all of our modules, and our students are just completing this one at the moment, and always do very well on the module. The other modules, as you can see, planning campaigns and customer insights for the certificate in professional marketing are all assessed via assignment. And that goes for the planning campaigns here at the bottom on professional digital marketing. And as you will see, the only difference in order to get this digital marketing qualification is that you would do digital marketing techniques as your elective instead of customer insights. So the beauty with these new programs is that you can actually complete one of the programs and then come back, pick up the additional digital module, and you would actually have both of those certificates. Okay, so if we move on to the digital program, very, very similar in terms of structure. So again, the existing program that we have is at the top. So following these three modules, marketing and digital strategy, innovation and marketing, and the digital customer experience, would get you the diploma in professional marketing. All of these are assessed by assignment, so there aren't any exams on the modules that we offer for the diploma. And then to get that digital title, again, your option here at the bottom is the digital, sorry, the second one along here for the diploma is digital optimization. Okay, so again, completing the professional marketing program, you would just have to pick up that additional digital optimization module in order to get that diploma in professional digital marketing. So as I said, we're offering these programs, the digital programs, for the first time since January. And they are very popular with CIM students across the UK. So obviously, you know, the profession is demanding more and more digital skills. However, having said that, digital is obviously part of all of the modules that we teach. So you can't really teach marketing without talking about digital. So, there's a choice there in terms of the programs that we offer. So if we move on, I just wanted to mention the Graduate Gateway. So CIM accredits centres to become study centres, and some universities also are what's known as graduate gateways. So if you have studied a marketing degree, or if there is significant marketing content in your degree, so it wasn't a marketing degree as a specialist subject, but perhaps there's advertising, PR and marketing, or business and marketing, for example, you may be eligible to go through our graduate gateway path. Now, if you are, that means that you potentially would be exempt from some of the modules, or one of the modules on the programs that we've just had a look through. So on the diploma, for example, the first module, the strategy and digital, if you were accepted, if you were exempt, then you wouldn't have to do that module. So that means just 2 modules to complete in order to get the qualification. Now, I won't click on it here, but we've got a link to the CIM website. So if you just go to cim.co.uk and search Graduate Gateway, they have a drop-down box, and you can select the university that you graduated from and the program that you studied, and it will tell you whether you are exempt. So that will give you an initial indication, and then you get in touch with CIM, who will be able to confirm that for you. So that's another option if you're within that category, having studied marketing at some point in your degree. Okay, so this is the programme as we deliver it at the moment. So we have 3 semesters across the year. So again, you are able to complete the whole programme within 1 academic year. So you can join at any point. So as I said, in September, September is the kind of beginning of the academic year, and we're running these modules at the moment. So applied marketing for the certificate and marketing and digital strategy is running at the moment in Wolverhampton. From January, and it will be early January, it will be the first week we get back after Christmas, we will be running planning campaigns for the certificate and innovation in marketing and digital optimization on the diploma programs. So obviously we would give you your specific plan depending on where you are studying for the program, but generally we run 3 semesters as a module each from the certificate and the diploma per semester, and start dates are September, January and April. So by the June, if you started in the September, by the June of that year, you should be more or less finished. It's the end of June, beginning of July when you submit your final assignments. And the way in which we've run it previously, and as we are at the moment, and what I envisage we will do moving forward, is that for each programme, there's 1 class per week, and we run these in the evening because the vast majority of our students on CIM programmes work full time. So our classes are 6 till 9, and the last couple of semesters we were in lockdown for the semester prior to this one, and so we ran both of our certificates and our diploma online, fully online. This semester, we are again mainly running the modules online. There have been a couple of opportunities for students to come in, but in fact, we have opened it up to students and asked them how they would prefer to attend. And again, because the majority of students are working full time, they have actually asked us to run them online. So they've had a couple of face-to-face where they've had chance to go in and meet the group and talk to the tutor face to face, but generally it's running really well online. We are used to running the programs online, and people enjoy it. So you still get your live lectures through our Canvas program, which is our kind of facility that we have to run all of our modules. So students log in every Tuesday or Wednesday, as it has been in Wolverhampton, and the classes run from 6 till 9, and then obviously there's support around that particular class. So if we can move on to the next one, so this is the painful bit, talking about fees. I've listed all of the information here about fees for the certificate and the diploma. You can see that there's a slight difference in terms of the total costs between the certificate and the diploma, and that's basically because the assessments are slightly more expensive with the diploma. So what you have to do is enrol with us if you're interested in studying with the University of Wolverhampton. You pay us per module, and it is actually possible just to do a module. You don't have to do the whole program. Most people do, but you can just enroll per module. So you pay per module to us at the university. You have to become a member of the CIM, and you get lots of benefits with that membership, which we'll go through in a little while. So at the moment, obviously these are this year's fees. The £65 entitles you to that membership for the year. And then every assessment that you sit, you have to pay a fee to CIM. So as you can see, the fee for the certificate for this year is £150 per assessment. So that and your membership fee goes directly to CIM. You pay the university for the teaching. So you can see the costs here, and we've given you the total cost, but you pay per module. So you would make a payment every semester. Lots of our students on CIM are being funded by their employers, and so obviously we can send out invoices and send those directly to employers if that's what you would prefer us to do. Again, I won't go through on the link here now, but there are details on our university website in terms of the entry requirements. So if you are concerned that you might not have the required level of qualifications, then feel free to drop me an email or have a look on our website or the CIM website, because it does give you quite a clear idea in terms of what we are expecting. So broadly, with the certificate, we would expect you to have a degree, possibly have done the foundation certificate, and be in ideally a marketing role, but at a junior level. Whereas with the diploma, we're looking for that degree, but also some years experience of marketing, being in a marketing role. So sometimes, you know, it's not clear cut whether you should be applying for the certificate or the diploma. So we can have a chat, we can take additional experience and other qualifications sometimes into account, and sometimes people come along and say they want to do the diploma, but then actually decide, no, I'm going to go back to the certificate and then do that first. So depending on the situation, that also might be a possibility, but as I say, just get in touch if you're not sure. And then what we've got here is a very short video from CIM. So if we could press play, because it might take a file to start. It had, because it's such a large file, but this will just give you more information. Okay, thank you. So if we go to the next slide, so that's just a brief video which gives you a little bit more information about CIM. You'll see from the first couple of clips some press coverage about the CIM course. It is a very, very well respected course in the industry. So if you're working in marketing, this is really the qualification that employers want you to have. So CIM is a very well respected organisation, lobbies on behalf of the marketing profession, is interviewed by the media on behalf of the marketing profession. So it's really the go-to trade body. And so if you get these qualifications, you know, you will be able to make use of them. So the remaining part of the presentation is from CIM and looking at things like study tips and how the benefits that you will get from being a member of CIM. So as it suggests here, there's obviously three key players when you join the CIM courses. There's yourself, obviously, there's CIM, and there's lots of communication with and from CIM and us as the study centre. So the university is the study centre, and we all have to work together. CIM set the assessments, so the university, all of our tutors teach the material, but the CIM actually write the assessment. So we don't write the exam, we don't set the coursework, it's all done by CIM. And they also set the date, the deadline that you have to submit your work for. So what we do is look at those dates. As I say, there's lots of communication between CIM and us. So they give us lots of key dates, they keep us informed, and we put the programme together based on those dates. So that's why we have 3 semesters, because there are 3 opportunities to sit assessments, so we fit in with CIM. CIM also mark your work, so we obviously provide guidance. The tutors will work with you and give you lots and lots of advice. We're allowed to feedback, not many times, but we can look at a draft of your work and give you some advice. As I say, the tutors that teach on this qualification have completed CIM themselves or have taught this several times over the years, and so are very, very familiar in terms of what's required. Okay, so the next slide is just to really kind of remind you that you know, it's not an easy program. The students that study CIM do say it's not easy. You do have to put in the commitment, and really, as well as the 3 hours of classes that you will have every week, you should really be setting aside another day per week, so either a Saturday or a Sunday, or if you're lucky enough to get study leave from your employer for half a day or 1 day per week, you know, you will have to put in the extra work. So it's not just going to be attending the classes, there will be additional things that you have to do. Okay. So that really just reiterates that. So we also suggest, we can stay on this one, we also suggest that you have a look at the programme before you enrol, and that you just make sure that there isn't anything that you have in your calendar that might prevent you from attending several lessons. In the past, we've had some students who have a wedding, for example, and they might need 3 weeks off, and so we just recommend that that's not really the ideal thing to do. That if that is the case, you should defer until the next semester, because you can pick it up at any time. So yes, it's just making sure that you're clear, that you have the time to do it, that you don't have lots of things in your calendar that means you're going to miss classes, and that you are able to put in the additional study time. Okay, sorry, Trevor, we can move forward now. And again, I think if we move forward, we've now got the video. Again, it's a very short video, but this talks about the benefits of membership now. So we'll just have a look at this, and then I'll run through some of the little bits.
Wherever you are in your marketing career, CIM membership is here to help. We have a range of resources to grow your capabilities, give you inspiring content, expand your community and develop your career. From agency briefs to the ultimate marketing toolkit, MyCIM is your portal to equip you with practical marketing guides and templates to support you in your marketing role. You'll also get access to a variety of materials, including academic journals, newspapers and company reports. Members receive exclusive invites to topical monthly webinars hosted by subject matter experts, which offer top tips and takeaway tools on topics that matter most to you. If you're ready to progress your career to the next stage, you could study one of our internationally recognized qualifications. Or with over 90 training courses available and a 10% member discount, we can help you advance your marketing capabilities. It's important to keep up to date with what's going on in the ever-changing world of marketing. Catalyst and Exchange feature the latest thinking, stimulating articles and interviews with leading global experts. Being a member will help you build your marketing community. Throughout the year, there are several events where you can meet, share ideas and learn from other marketers in your local area. We also offer a mentoring program, which provides an opportunity for mentors and mentees in our profession to work together to support your next career move. Get the recognition you deserve. By joining our CPD program and recording your activities, you can demonstrate a level of commitment and capability to current and future employers. As a member, you can also apply for graded membership, which recognises your achievements and awards you the designatory letters to match, all leading to you achieving Chartered Marketer status, the highest level in the marketing profession. CIM membership provides you with a professional advantage to help you succeed in your career.
Okay, thank you. So obviously that video was put together pre-COVID, but the CIM, as you would expect, have been very good to adapt, and they host lots of these sessions, lots of the things that were mentioned in that video, they are now doing online. So there's every month or so, there's a talk, a webinar with a leading expert in marketing that you can join for free. Their magazine is obviously still being produced, and you would receive that. And when you become a member, you get your membership number, and then you are able to log on to the portal called MyCIM. And it's on MyCIM that you will find lots and lots of resources, and specifically resources around your modules. So if we can go to the next slide, we should be able to see a screenshot of what MyCIM will look like. So you can see that there is lots of information here and lots of resources around your course. You can log on to your account and register for your assessments here, and it will tell you which assessments you are eligible to register for, so you can check that everything is correct in terms of your programme. So as you can see, the squares here indicate the kind of information that you can access. So obviously you get your results through, so you get those online a little while after you've sat them. They obviously get marked by senior examiners within CIM, and then you get the results sent directly through to yourself. We also get the results at the study centre. There's lots and lots of advice and guidance on the assessments themselves. So CIM are very, very strict in terms of what they want to see from the assessments, which is great actually. I do think that's a positive, because there isn't really any room for misunderstanding. It's very, very clear what they are expecting, and you have to go through the brief and really demonstrate that you have done everything that they have asked for. As I say, our tutors are used to working to the guidance, and so can give you lots and lots of help. You will also have access to some ebooks if they are available as part of the module. Most of them do have ebooks, certainly the mandatory modules. If there isn't a specific, the recommended text available, then there will be lots of other resources available for you. But as I say, mainly you will be able to get everything you need on here. You'll also have access to journal articles, business databases, everything basically that you need in terms of putting your assessments together. And that's one thing that I would again emphasize, the fact that you do have to be prepared to read around your subjects. So CIM will give you a huge reading list, a suggested reading list for additional reading that you can do, and you do have to make sure that you are demonstrating wide reading when you submit your work. But there's also available on this portal, here, as you can see in the bottom corner here, senior examiner reports. So after every assessment period, CIM release these reports, which are an overview from the senior examiners in terms of what students did well, what students didn't do so well, and obviously they're available for every module. So before you are ready to submit your work or sit exams, you can have a look at these reports and see you know, the kind of common mistakes or things that the examiners are really looking for. And then there's lots of audio PowerPoints, there's video PowerPoints, there's information on referencing. Everything that you need is all within CIM, including those important dates. But we always remind you, so as course leader, I always send out emails reminding people about what you need to do when, just to make sure we're all on top of everything. Okay. We don't have to go through this one. This is just the senior examiner reports that I mentioned. In addition to the study resources, there are also professional resources. So there are templates, so a marketing plan template, for example. You know, if you're at work and your boss asks you to write a marketing plan, you know, there's lots and lots of toolkits and guides that will help you on the CIM website that you will also have access to as a member. The magazine is Catalyst, which I've mentioned already, a really professional magazine, interviews with the top people working in marketing, and articles on the things that are very important in terms of the industry, so trends and topics, which again is very, very useful for you to stay on top of, particularly, you know, if you're looking for other positions and you need to talk knowledgeably about what's happening in the industry. The webinars I've mentioned, these are now all online, often recorded, so you can go back to them and watch them if you're not able to watch them live. And again, some really good interviews and some discussions have taken place certainly over the last few months when we've been in lockdown. So that will continue. They've confirmed that they will continue too. And the other thing to mention, again, this will be online, but as well as the national CIM, there is also a regional network which you would have access to, and there are specific events set up around CIM members within the West Midlands region. So again, that is a great opportunity for you to meet other marketers and senior people from agencies and consultancies across the region. And one of the things that they have done, for example, is a kind of a meet and greet session with senior people within marketing, where more junior marketing executives could go and ask lots of questions about working in the industry. So lots and lots of events take place too throughout the year. Okay, so if we move on to the next one. So the final thing is just to say, if you are interested in finding out more, I'm more than happy to arrange a telephone call with you, or a Microsoft Teams chat, or whatever you would want to do. If you email me first, so my email address is here again at the bottom, and let me know when is good for you. I can talk you through all of the detail, but also please have a look at the CIM website, because a lot of what you need is there. On the university's website, we've also got a page on the certificates and the diplomas with more information there. You can apply directly just by going to the website. There's a button to apply. Your application can be sent in at any point, and then we would advise you when the best time to start is. As I said, the next available opportunity to start is the beginning of January. So you can apply at any time to start at that point. Okay, so I think that's everything that I wanted to say about the course. So I'll leave it there, Paula, if that's okay.
That was great. Thank you very much, Emma. That was really helpful, very informative. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm just looking at the Q&A. Nothing has come in so far, but possibly people will have a chance now to think about a question that they might like to raise. So if we just...
A lot of information, I think, probably. Yes. Perhaps need time to have a think about it all. But as I said, if anybody needs to email me afterwards, that's not a problem.
Okay, that's brilliant. So if we just give people a minute or so to see if they do want to post anything in the chat now. So obviously, Emma, the idea for local people to Stafford and to Telford is for the course to be offered flexibly from January. So some face-to-face and then some online learning. Yeah, and I think that's the best option, to do a little bit of face-to-face and some online. As I said, we didn't have a choice when we were in full lockdown, so we did everything online, and lots of students preferred that. But having said that, a lot of the students had already gone through at least one module, so they knew what to expect. So the diploma people haven't wanted to go onto campus at all, but the certificate have gone in a couple of times because we've got new students, and we just thought it would be nice to get them together to meet the other students and to ask any questions that they might have. So yeah, we can negotiate with the students, but I think this blended approach is probably the best one. Yeah, okay, thank you. Someone is just asking, is the course suited to someone who wants to just market their own small business on a day-to-day basis? Yeah, absolutely. We would obviously want to look at the qualifications that
the person has. But yes, it would be very, very useful for someone working on their own business that needs to develop their markets, get to their audiences, probably starting with the certificate, because that kind of covers all of the basics in terms of putting a plan together in applied marketing, identifying your audiences, developing your messages, choosing the right tools to reach your audience. But yes, yeah, and the assessments, actually, the majority of the assessments are based, you have to base them on the business that you are working for. So you could actually put your assignment together on your business and then put that plan into action.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you, Emma. There's nothing coming through at the moment, Emma.
Okay.
So I think if people do want to ask, they've obviously got your contact details. And if you're happy, Emma, this lecture has been recorded, so it can be uploaded for people to view again. And that can go on our YouTube channels, but at both centres and at the universities as well.
Yeah.
So people have another opportunity to view. Okay, so nothing else for the moment. So I think you've probably covered everything, because that was really comprehensive. So thank you very much, Emma.
No problem.
That was
Thanks,
brilliant.
Emma.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trevor, and thank you to everybody who's attended today. And hopefully we look forward to seeing you in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for attending. Bye-bye.